start doing a task based on the vocabulary you classified yesterday, okay? Sorry, last session. So what is the activity? You're going to enter in pairs in class in Jamboard with the idea of the instruction that says to choose 3 of these words. No? I will suggest that it's better if you practice with expressions that are weird for you, non-common. No? For example, on the other hand, it's a really, how can I say, useful, yes, expression, instead of like wise or another ones, okay? So I'm going to pass you through the chat the link where you are going to find your friend, where it's going to be your peer and the instruction there, okay? So let me share the audio, okay? So you need to find the board where your friend is there with you, obviously. And you're going to do the task. Meanwhile, you're doing this, I'm going to check your friend's oral presentations, okay? I don't know what's going on. Copy the link. I say copy the link. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, please enter to Jamboard. The last group is the only one that I have to include 3 names, okay? The last group, it's the only one who has 3 students. Okay, what is the suggestion? It says 6 sentences. So it's supposed 3, it's going to be for 1 student, and the other 3, it's going to be for the other. There is only one group that is going to work in 2. So 2 sentences each of you, okay? Hello, Luciana, welcome to the session. Hello, Nicole, welcome to the session. I'm going to pass the link of Jamboard, what we are going to work today. Meanwhile, your friends are going to present the task of oral explanations, okay? So we have simultaneous work. The idea is that you don't waste time and you continue practicing. You have further questions about this task? Nope. Okay, if you can find your name, I think it's in the case of Jimena, okay? In your case, you are the last one because I see that I can copy the 3 names, okay? Just a second, Jimena. I'm going to include in the last slide your name and with your friends, okay? Here we go. I'm going to add and Jimena, okay? I'm going to put here, comma, Camila. Yes, Camila. And obviously Jimena. Okay, so now Jimena, you can see obviously, yes, what the instruction says. It says choose 3 phrases from each column of the chart. So it means 3 for similarities and 3 for difference, okay? It's here the instruction. I'm going to share. Yes, it says from this column you're going to choose 3 from similarities and 3 from difference, and it's supposed you are going to write sentence. In the case of the group, it's supposed that if you are going to work with 2 sentences, you have to combine one of the similarities and one of the difference. And also you are going to select the topic that it says, describe the similarities and differences between your generation fashion style and the fashion style of your parents' generation or your grandparents' generation. No? The idea is that we have to observe what was the fashion style, okay? Or other times of fashion style that you remember from the 80s or from the 60s or the 70s. I don't know, it's up to you, okay? Which fashion style you design, okay? The idea here is that you don't waste time. Meanwhile, your friends are presenting their oral presentations, okay? Hi, Ariana, welcome to the session. Please,
Morning.
good morning. I'm putting in the chat the idea of what we are going to do, okay? Enter to Jamboard. There you have to find your peer where you have to work with sentences, okay? So don't forget that at the end, you are going to write what? You are going to write your name in parentheses, okay? In order to see how many sentences you created. And also I will like that you put the word that you use from the chart, no, in color red or in another color in order to distinguish which is the word that you select, okay? So meanwhile you're working with this task, we have 40 minutes, okay? We are going to call the students for oral explanations. So let's go to start. Please, Leticia, it's present. Hi, Leticia, welcome to the session. We're going to start with the oral explanations. Please, can you share your Jamboard, what you prepare with your with the idea of comparing two companies?
Yeah, miss, please wait a minute.
Okay, I'm going to wait just a second. I think you were working with Nicole, yes? Nicole Cordova.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Miss, one question.
Sure.
In the chart, we have to compare what? The generation of what? I don't understand.
Okay. But right now you are going to share your oral explanations.
Yes,
Okay?
yes, yes.
Here it says the instruction. It says, choose 3 phrases from each column of the chart. Write 6 sentences to describe the similarities and the difference between your generation fashion style and the fashion style of your parents' generation, or if you don't have any idea about your parents, you can compare with all fashion styles like in the 80s or the 70s, okay? It's up to you. But the idea is that you need to compare by using the sentences in line, okay? All right. So let's move on to Leticia's presentation with the friend. A warm applause, please, from your friends. Yes. Let's go into start. Yes. Hello, Diego, we are working in Jamboard. Please read the instructions. Welcome to the session. Okay, I'm going to explain again also to Leonardo and to Belén Amoretti because they arrived late. Hello, Leonardo, welcome to the session. Belén, welcome to the session. Again, I think the connection was not stable. Hi, Leonardo. Please, I put the link through the chat because we have an activity to do. It's to write sentences and the instruction is there. Find your peer, find your partner, and write your sentences. At the end of the class, I'm going to check these statements. Leticia, are you ready? Bless you, Águeda. Yes, please. Sure, Valerie, sure. And put your name. Don't forget, Valerie. Put your name in parentheses. Yes. Wow. Very impressive. Okay. Work culture.
Can you see?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, here's the number 1 that we work and we separate the work culture at Brunello Cucinelli and the work culture at Peru. We searched that in Cucinelli work culture is about the humanist capitalism. that implies decent working conditions for workers and products made in Italy and manufactured in harmony with the ecosystem and culture of the area.
Mhm.
In the work culture at Peru, we search that negotiate generally means sharing out something of value. A friendly relationship is prepared in negotiations for which express cordiality and courtesy because you choose to resolve conflicts with a friendly claimant.
Huh?
That that we search that is more important for us. That resaltar means in English.
Okay, remarkable
Yeah, in that
in
type.
the culture. Okay. Letty, I think you answered the question two. Can you tell me about the question one, which is the company, as you said, culture work that you can compare with Brunello Cucinelli characteristics? Which is the company that you would like to compare with? The name of the company and what
What you mean?
characteristics? Mhm. You talk about work culture about the second question, okay? In the instructions, there were three questions. Question one, it says, tell me the description of the characteristics of Brunello Cucinelli's company and other successful business. Other. And then the question two says this, what is appealing in the work culture, la 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 la. And the third question says, no, yes, but I am asking the question number one. What is the similarities and difference you found in the companies?
Yeah, miss, we don't have already finished that question. We only finished one question. Second question is not ready, but third question it's ready, but we don't put it in the word because it's an opinion.
Okay, probably Nicole have done something because she needs to talk also.
Yes, Miss, I also answered the second question because Leticia and I were confused to do the first one because we think that first one is that Leticia sets, but we are confused.
Mhm. Yes,
Yeah,
guys.
miss, can you give us please a little time to
Sure. I think little time it's not requested today. Okay. I will suggest that you really prepare well the presentation because if I have to tell you honestly, it's nothing that I requested as a whole paragraph. Okay, because I see just the work of Leticia and nothing about Nicole. So
Miss,
I
but
think
I want to speak.
yes, but I can see the visual graphic also about number one. As I said, Nicole, I observed just the question two, nothing about the one and number three.
Mhm.
So it's not complete. It's like you present an exam or an evaluation or a homework just with one part. It's like 1 point. Okay, so and it's not that you are going to do just because right now you are on a hurry. The idea is that you have to present something well done. Okay, so that's why I said I don't think you have to do it just right now because you are not even having all the information well prepared or well classified. So I think it's not going to be good. Okay, so probably if you get the commitment about Friday, it will be better. Okay,
Okay, Miss.
it's Leticia Friday and follow the instructions that I put in Jamboard. I send you all the time the links in web when you were reported to be absent. I suggest your family also to tell you what you have to do, what is the link, what you have, because I observed that the link is empty with nothing. And just Leticia present today the question two. So guys, I will suggest go there and check exactly the information. Okay? Thank you for your
okay.
attention. Okay, don't worry. Please, Brenda. Okay, Abel, I observed that you are in. Valerie, can you provide Abel the link? Yes, thank you so much. Abelito, your friend you're going to work with Valerie, and you have to create sentences. Read the instruction, okay? And don't worry, I will suggest that your parents send a message to Miss Norma about your lateness, okay? As well as Leonardo, I don't know who else entered late. Please don't forget that it's really important that you send this to Miss Norma Evangelista. Are you ready, Brenda?
Miss,
Yes.
Arturo y yo,
Arturo and I
Arturo and I,
already exposed. He told me, yes, through the chat, yes. Hey. Yeah. You're right, my dear Brenda. Valerie. My friend Valerie, are you ready?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, I think you go with Claudia, yes? Claudia, are you ready?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, okay. So let's going to start.
Okay, Miss, I'm talking about the second question.
What
Let's
you
say
mean?
that typical working verb.
Okay. Please, Valerie, share your screen.
Miss, can you share your screen, please?
About
Or I have.
the Jamboard screen? Okay,
Yes, Miss.
no problem, my friend, no problem. Okay, here we go. I'm going to find, here we go. Here we go. Yes, my dear friend Valerie?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, go please.
Okay, the difference between Bruno Cucinelli and Inca Kola is that Bruno Cucinelli, we know that is part of the dress clothing industry. In the other hand, Inca Kola forms part of soda industry. Also, Inca Kola was founded one in 1978. Bruno Cucinelli in 1935. Also, we know that in similarities, we have the both companies are known in various places and have very good recognition. Also, we know that both began as very little known companies, and little by little have grew until they became large companies that are well known in different countries. Um, Also, we know that Bruno Cucinelli is a company that is like more strict when hiring employees. Also, with the schedule, the hours of work. But in the other hand, we have the Inca Cola is a company that gives more opportunities to people and helps them improve little by little.
Yeah. Talking about the second question, here in Peru we have two forms of work, the formal and informal. The formal employment is legal, and therefore this is the one that is subject to corresponding taxes, while employment is the one that is outside the law. Although they are private, but many times the state does not make much effort to combat it, and even hires people under this modality. And formal in the formal work, we can say that is low. And talking about Bruno Cucinelli, and this company can be there. And in the informal employment, we can see works like I think what I search is photography. That is not a lot of formal.
My dear friend Valerie, I think it's your turn to decide which of these two companies would you prefer, at Brunello or at Inca Cola?
Well, I think that I would like to work with Inca Cola because I like more to prepare things like food, drinks, and things like that. And I think I am not um I have no like
Interest?
yes in clothing
Okay.
like tejer. I don't
Okay,
know.
Sylvie.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So I will prefer to work with Inca Cola.
Okay. Claudia?
Yes, I think the same like Valerie, that I really want more to work with Inca Kola, not with Brunello Cucinelli, because I searched about the produce of Inca Kola and say that I have a lot produce and lot preparation for that. And talking about Brunello Cucinelli, I really don't like a lot of the clothing industry, but it can be so interesting.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, girls. Clap for your friends. Very good. So we continue with Jimes. Jimes Group. Would you prefer to choose the idea of sharing the presentation with me, or you prefer? I think Abel, it's now. Hello, Abel. Welcome to the session. Now it's your turn to present your oral explanation, okay? Let's see, here we go, Jimena, Luciana, and Gerardo, okay? The idea is compare the cultures work, okay, of a typical business. Then you're going to explain a typical work culture in Peru, finding appealing about Brunello Cucinelli. And at the end, you're going to say, each of you, which of these two companies would you prefer? Okay, who starts? Please, someone needs to start quickly.
Yeah, me. We compared Brunello Cucinelli and Inca Kola. Talking about Inca Kola, we know that it's a very representative brand of our country, and it's part of the soda industry. And it was founded by Joseph Robinson Lidney in 1935. Uh, what we found is that it is not also sold here in Peru, but it also um, has it's sold in other countries of Latin America, and especially in places that have a lot of Peruvians, like Estados Unidos, no, sorry, United States. uh, and we compare it with Brunello Cucinelli, and Jimena is going to talk about that.
Okay, let me pause here the presentation because probably you couldn't remember. When you explain, it's not the idea to explain one of these. It's the idea to explain and practice and put into practice expression for comparative and similarities. So you have words to say. On the other hand, as well, both, no? But it's not Lou that you tell me the information about Inca Kola, then another friend is going to tell me information about Brunello Cucinelli, and you are not using the comparative or neither the similarity expressions. So let's going to do it again and try to apply the vocabulary we are learning, okay? Remember, the idea is that you apply the comparative word and the similarity word phrases. Okay? Again, let's go with a warm applause to the group. Let's going to start. Who is going to start? Quickly, guys.
Please, can you share screen, please?
Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Don't miss the boat.
Um, as we know, Inca Kola is part of the soda industry, and on the other hand, we have Brunello Cucinelli that is especially about the luxury Italian brand. It is specialized in the cashmere production, and we have another difference that is the countries where they are from. Uh, we have Inca Kola in Peru um, and Brunello Cucinelli in Italy.
Who continue? Yes, Jime, go.
Brunello's Cucinelli represent a lot of stores around the world, like in 18 countries all over the world. On the contrary, Inca Kola just present brands in Latin America countries, in Peruvian territory and countries abroad.
Very good. Who continue? Abel? Yes.
Ability of the company are the design and applying an effective learning strategy, develop or learning strategy where organizational, functional, and individual goals are all aligned for a good organization. In my opinion, I believe that a company will always want to see a way to grow its business and optimize its development to the max.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
One difference is that Inca Kola is a soft drink company, Cucinelli company is in charge of design clothes.
Okay, let's move on because you are really slow. Um, at each company would you like to work and why? Abel.
What? What means? Sorry?
At the end, yes, of this explanation, you decide if I have to tell you, if you need to work on one of these, which of these two would you select? Brunello or Inca Kola? Which company would you select and why?
Because it's a company that is in charge of design clothes, and I like that. No, nor to produce soda.
Okay, so you decide Brunello Cucinelli because it's one of your preference at right now. Thank you so much, Abel. Luciana, Jimena.
Miss, I wanted to answer the second question about what I
Go ahead.
found appealing.
Quickly, because with Zoom, it's very
Okay.
legal with me.
What I found appealing is the way that Brunello thinks about the time of work and how you can benefit employees. I I have seen, and I don't know why we think, or we are used to think that people that work more hours can do better a company, and it is not. And Brunello Cucinelli is a proof of it. And I also like the environment that they show in the video. Mm,
So you definitely decided to do this, Brunello, just because of the work-life condition. Very good. Jimena?
Means I would like to work at Brunello Cucinelli's brand because it's more about moda, and I would like to know about this. And also because I would like to discover my talent in the fashion industry. Maybe I am very good at that and I didn't know that. So yes,
Why not to
and yes.
okay. Thank you so much. Class for your friends. Okay. Next class, please, Leticia and Nicole, well prepared. Okay. Okay, guys, we are going to move quickly to the second part. I'm going to check your sentences. Okay. If you didn't finish, I'm going to check it. Initial phrases. We have already checked this in reading, but in this case, we are going to write. You can use initial phrases like prepositional, time, verbal phrases to avoid short, choppy sentences. Using initial phrases, it's also a way to vary your sentences style and to show the relationship between the idea. So remember to use a comma to separate the initial phrase from the main clause, okay? So here we have an example. So please open your books. Yes, and here we have initial phrase. So here we have IHM only sold women's clothing when it opened for business in 1945. So they gave you a clue. What do you think is the initial phrase? When it opened for business in 1947, comma, IHM only sold women's clothing. That's it. What do you think is the initial phrase in the sentence number 2? Who can tell me? Sentence number 2. In 2009, comma, Carl Johan Persson became H&M's CEO. That's it. Okay? What about in number 3? I think this, no? Until the spring of 1971, comma, BRS distributes shows, etc., etc., etc. Okay? What about number 4? What is the initial phrase here? This one, yes? When B or S relationship, comma, the company's name was changing to Nike. Okay? So, guys, as you can see, we have this activity also in Aula Virtual. Okay? So, my ELT is something related about this. You can do it again in your text, and you have to continue working with the second part. We have 2 parts of a comparative by organizing. So this topic we're going to cover next class by putting this information in the outline, okay? So don't forget to send also your vocabulary sentences because I'm going to check in Jamboard, okay? Do you have further questions? Aha. I see you were working this time so hard. Okay, very good. Some of you asked me, Miss, can we change the topic instead of fashion? Can we talk about music styles? Okay, but you have to change the instruction here. Your generation music style and the music style of your parents, if you want. No? If you want to change the topic. I think Ariana and Diego just put the difference and similarities. Okay. Please don't forget to send your answers, okay? Because I'm going to put the check it that you finished. Okay, take your time. Very good. Okay, check your sentences, okay? If you say both, you can say both fashion styles, okay? And then you have to tell me this expression. But when you say both what? Okay? So be careful because when a person reads, needs to be clear. Okay.